Hello and welcome. Today we're playing Loop Hero. This is a game that was on this it came out a while ago and it kind of had a big pop in streaming and there was tons of people playing it for a while and it kind of fell off, but it's actually a really good game and that's why I want to talk about it and why I want to tell you why I think you should try it. One thing I want to point out real quick is up here in the fonts thing, these dyslexic friendly fonts are actually really good, and this is a feature you don't see in a lot of games, so I did want to point out that it's there because it's really cool. It changes over to mono-spaced fonts and some other features that make it easier for people who have dyslexia to actually read and not have any of the issues. Dyslexia is a very complicated thing. I know a couple people who have it, and having that sort of option in there is really nice. For regular fonts, we also have a regular kind of normal fonts. You'll notice that's not mono-spaced, it's a lot closer together, and if you look at that you notice they're all mono-spaced fonts, and there's a whole number of things that go into that sort of thing. I like the pixel fonts for the look, so we're going to go with that. We're going to go with a game file that is already in, just like we always do. That way you can kind of see what the loop is, what the actual gameplay is from inside. Now, there is a town building section of this, and this town's actually kind of messed up. Like, this forge needs more than just this smelter, but I can't build any more smelters because I actually built some other stuff next to it. So I only have one storage, and I can't build another supply depot because there's strategy behind the whole building of the town, and I kind of messed this one up. But we're not here for that part. There are things you can build. This is where you build it. You get materials, and that's all this down here. You get those out on your expeditions. If we look up, there's a bunch of different ones, and like I said, there's a whole intricacy to the town building section. It's really fun. Even if you just mess it up like this, you can still have a lot of fun. Encyclopedia for all your stuff, tells you what everything is. I can't remember what the supply does. I think you make it. I think you can make it. I can't remember. It's been a while since I looked at that part of it. Now, we're just going to go out on an expedition, which is the loop part of Loop Hero. There are 3 different classes, and there's different chapters, and I believe they are separated. Maybe not. Okay, so each chapter does a slightly different, has a different boss and things like that, and each character has different abilities. And we're going to take this rogue here because, this rogue here, not that, because he gets this trophies thing, and that gives him a bunch of loot when he gets back at each time he circles around. When he completes one loop, he gets a bunch of treasure at that point instead of getting it from the individual mobs, which is okay. The game uses a card system, so you can activate and deactivate things. Let's deactivate this vampire mansion. I don't really want to deal with that, or the Blood Grove right now. We'll keep the battlefield. Let's go with... let's go with an outpost, and it made a really cool noise. We're gonna use this desert and sand dunes, and these are your land, and your land things each have a different effect, and you need a couple of them. You will need them, so we're gonna toss the treasury. No, let's leave the treasury out. We'll just go with 12 cards. We'll just get rid of these 2, grab the one outpost, and we're good there. Arsenal is really nice because it's going to give us some extra equipment through the whole thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to start on this, and we will start our run. Each run is a simple loop. You don't actually tell the character auto. Let's go ahead and hit the spacebar. Spacebar pauses, that's the plan, and you have a game speed up here. You can go anywhere from 1x to 4x. I have it on 4x because it just kind of helps the pacing a little bit. Options, all that stuff. Your stats are always down here. You can see them. They are perfectly fine. When you put a piece of gear into a slot, you cannot remove it. So I can't take that out. And when I put a new piece in, it gets rid of that piece. So here's our camp. We want some stuff around the camp. Most of these are going to be meadows. So we're going to take and we're going to put these meadows around a corner or somewhere like this, where I can get as many meadows as I can with one spot here. And I'll show you why. You'll see why in just a little bit. So we're going to take this meadow, and we also want forests. So it gets a little complicated. We're going to take this meadow, we're going to put this meadow right here. And again, all will make sense when you see it in here a bit. We're going to build our arsenal. Our arsenal is going to chill out over in a relatively weird spot, like that works. Some things require some finagling to get right in here. Alright, so basically he's going to go through, he's going to beat up everybody on our loop, and that is the looping part of Loop Hero. Our job is to make sure he's wearing the best gear we can get and start laying out the field to support him. So for example, the meadows that we put down earlier. Someday we'll get past all these slimes. Okay, real quick. They heal us, if you look at the lower right there, it heals us 2 hit points at the start of every day. And each loop is 1 day. So, at the end of each loop, we'll be healed for 4 hit points at the moment. Groves. Groves create wolves, and you want monsters that are... You want places that are spawning monsters. So we're going to take... This is going to be our little grove alley here, so we're going to start that right here. And then these land things that I was talking about, they each do something as well. So if you look, this lowers their hit points, so we're going to take that toss in the corner. It doesn't need to be anywhere special. We just want it out. A village will heal you as you pass by. So we're going to take that village and we're going to set it right over here. Or let's go right here. Now that's going to, as we pass through it, heal us, and that's going to be opposite, about halfway point. That's a really good place to put it. Storm Temples strike, as it says over in the lower right, strikes 2 random lightning, and it cannot be affected. I haven't really played much with those, so we'll just pretend that card doesn't exist for the moment. It's okay. Alright, so we're going to get a bunch of this stuff. Cool thing about that, one of the reasons I said we're going to do these meadows this way is if you take this thicket, which increases our attack speed, it changes next door meadows, and now they heal 3 instead of 2. So I have 2 forests, I can get both of those. Don't worry, there's a lot more to it. It's a pretty complicated game. Okay, so the 3 guys on the side you saw over there, when you're next to your city or you're by one of those towers that I grabbed earlier, alright, we got our meadow out here, a little more desert out there. Those guys are guards that hang out here, and the towers will add some too. So let's put our equipment on here. We have pure damage, so that means it doesn't get blocked by anything, plus evasion. Ooh, let's go with that. 3% evasion bonus plus 5%, so 8%. And critical damage chance. Yeah. Let's see, 3 to 5, 3 to 5, 3 to 5, 4 to 6. Alright. Necklace, 23 magic shield, or 24? 24, obviously. And our current chest does 91 hit points. This does 78. This does 77. This does 155. We found a winner. Alright, so this stuff will actually disappear as the inventory fills up, so you kind of occasionally lose stuff. There's things that work around that, though. Oh, let's keep going so that this doesn't take forever to go through the one run. The idea of this game is basically that you're slowly building everything around you so that you can get the loot and everything and the experience to be able to fight the boss at the end. And so you have to build up the surrounding of the loop. There's our daytime. Sorry. So I have to correct myself. It wasn't when we pass by. It just goes by daytime, nighttime. One of the things about it, though, meadow. We like meadows everywhere. We want meadows just absolutely everywhere. And forest is attack speed, but also I believe does change a meadow. So we're gonna take this. Right. So my next one would be here with a forest right next to it. We have a battlefield. Battlefields generate ghosts. You do not want to set those in certain areas. It will mess up your day. So we're going to take this and we're going to go right here. It's also going to generate loot, so that's happy. Alright, so as you saw, when you pass through town, it also gives you a quest. Once we kill this guy, we'll get extra stuff. Extra stuff is always nice. Alright, so let's do a couple loops, and hopefully we will not get murdered too soon. Now, when they are a quest person, you can see there, they have plus 200% hit points. Still not gonna be a problem. That magic necklace is, like, really crucial to that sort of thing, because it makes it a lot easier. Oh, let's see, 1, 2, 3, okay, so that goes there. Our next meadow goes here, I believe. Yes, it does. More sand dunes. Put over there. Okay. We just need to put those out occasionally. Once we get going, we're not going to go like super far. Okay, so let's see what we get here. See how all that loot just went into here? That converts into these materials. These are materials that you get to take home. So you're not losing them, which is nice. 40 damage to all. Oh, damage to all. That's pretty nice. Wow, magic shield 94 though. That wins. That wins real easy. Hey, big ol' upgrade of hit points. Okay. Boots. I don't think we're going to find anything that replace them boots for. Ooh. 10% evasion is a lot of evasion. Dodge. 7 to 10. 10 to 16. Wait. Alright. Now we're playing with power. And everything else we are not concerned with. And we just got a massive power boost. Alright. So we can actually leave, and if you're in town, you can exit out of the run without beating the boss. So anytime you go to town, you can exit. Well, that's probably, hopefully, how we'll go. Hopefully we will not get murdered. Alright. Perfect. I paused it so that you can see this. Now, this is what I was talking about how sometimes the plant... Oh, I messed up my spacing a little bit. I forgot that little spot. So all of those meadows that we made are affected by this thing, the ones that we have here. So we're going to go like this, and this thing doubles the effect of every day. So now this meadow is going to heal us 6, this forest is going to give us 4%, and this meadow is also going to give us 6. And that means we start getting a ton of healing every day and a ton of everything else. And I really got to start pausing in it for every explanation, because oh, hold on. Outpost. So the cool part about the outpost, and the reason we're going to take it, we'll put the outpost somewhere where it covers a lot of ground. Like, this is probably the best outpost position because he's going to cover here, here, and here. Let's go ahead and take our river. I don't remember what the river does. Doubles the effects of adjacent landscape tiles. Alright, let's put our river right over here then. We'll keep building our sand dunes. Another meadow. Another forest. We are good to go. Killing slides. Oh, I have potions now. When did I get potions? I don't remember having potions. Maybe that's been there for a while and nah. So that chest was generated by our battlefield, by the way. Alright, let's go with our river. We have wheat fields. Wheat fields, you stick them next to a town and they start generating more health when you pass through, but they also generate scarecrows, which you fight. But since our main goal is to fight nearly everything and get all the XP. Another thicket. See, now we have those guys here because we're around our town. Alright, hey, we have another one. So we'll stick that over here. Now all of that tiles. Now these tiles are also doubled. So if we put a monster generator on there, it will generate a lot of monsters. Ooh, hello. Yes, please. 10 to 16. I know I have a 10 to 16, so that replaces that perfectly. Man, that... Ooh, 145 magic shield. Yeah, that's definitely the winner. 275 plus 10% counter? Sure, say no more, say no more. And the other thing's not gonna get us anywhere. Well, you know, you win some, you lose some. Yeah, look at that, we're going a lot faster. Oh, hold on. Oh, no, same damage. Like, let me see. Yeah, see, there's our tower. Since we got our tower out there, he's gonna help us out. And we don't get it for this tile, but now we can put hopefully we'll get another grove card, and we'll be able to put one right there, because then we can kind of stick those where we have extra dudes to help us. Yep, there we go. Right there. Let's go ahead and toss this out. Put these forests out there. Oh. Something happened. Oh yeah, here it is. There's the question mark village. When you build enough forests, those appear. And you can actually put stuff next to them, and eventually I think you could rehab them into being a actual, like, normal village. Oh, hey. Speaking of outposts, Or should we put this one? I think this is the only place that's going to get that good of coverage, so why don't we put it over here? Let's go ahead and put Meadow out. I think Meadows also count towards that, so it's kind of one of those things where it's like, yeah, you're gonna... What is that? Oh, I must have placed enough sands. Oh, I did. I placed enough sands. Spawns atop a desert spray each loop. Okay. Cool. More stuff. More loop, more fun. We can actually destroy stuff like that if you want. Like, if it generates a tile, like, I think there's, if you build enough of one of them, it generates goblin villages. I believe that's if you put in enough forests. It's been a while since I looked all this stuff up, so... yeah, maybe. Let's see. Let's double up those battlefields, because there's never... that couldn't possibly go wrong, right? Alright, let's see what our equipment is for this loop. Oh. Damage to all. Okay, so this does 11 to 17. We just gotta be 11 to 17 with something. Yeah, that's kind of tempting, but I think we're gonna go with that. And then beating 10 to 16... 17 to 26 is a lot. Okay, chest piece. 391. It's a lot of hit points, but we got a lot of counter, and we're relying more on this necklace for just not getting hit. Evasion by 5, counter by 13, evasion by 9. Ooh, let's try that. Because then maybe we'll just start counter-attacking all the time, and that should work pretty good. Daylight. Getting healed every day is good. Having that massive magic shield is great. Oh, hello, sir. Yes, me. I think this is the first time I've run into this one. Used to be like you, but the sandstorming now with handful of quartz grains bound by primordial matter. Oh, I guess that it would be kind of uncomfortable. And insight. Okay, we are unstable, fleeting. So is this land. We are amorphous, ever shifting sands. You at least have the illusion of us all. We need your help. Okay. Alas, been waiting to hear this. No one seems to realize what's happening. Everyone just pretends like things have always been that way. I truly want to help someone. Oh yeah, because it's me. We speak of different things. You are a constant existence. Sand and magic can do a lot, but we need to persist long enough. We barely take shape before we are gone again. You shall follow me down the path of the heat and sun. You shall become one of us, and a new chance for the desert. A layer of sand that persists, lovely and vast. We shall fill this cold void to the brim. Apparently I made a lot of deserts. You want me to become sand? No way. We're all going to fall apart in dust, sure, but I'm not going to do that going down that easy, and I will resist now. Yeah. Probably a good idea. Oh, hello. Ow! Oh, he murdered my guard. Oh, ow. Oh, ow, that hurt. So there's little cutscenes like that happen during the game. It's actually really cool. I like the game. Oh, see, we generated. What is this now? Now it's an oasis instead of just a river, because it's next to this desert. See? Some of them, the combinations are kind of interesting. Now, one of the things you can do, if, like, say I don't like that, and I don't want to deal with this desert spirit, I can just literally go, no thanks. Bye! And after I generate a couple more, it will 100% give me another dude to deal with. But it's one of those things. Oh yeah, that's right. That's what those dudes do in the. Alright, so we have something. Oh, we went up a level. So, 50% chance to steal a resource shard from an enemy while countering. Ooh, that could be good. 10% chance to simultaneously attack 2 targets. That could also be really good. Lowers the quality of items retrieved from the camp tile by 3, but increases the quality of exchange. Oh, the quantity. Okay, oh yeah, let's do that. Let's do the picky. Maybe we'll get some really cool stuff out of it. I mean, not that we haven't already. Oh, hello. Counter. Yeah, we'll hold it. we'll see what we get on the next stint. Alright. I think after that, we'll probably call it on the next set after we get gears. Because you've kind of seen everything there is. Not everything there is to be in the game, but the general gameplay loop, and I don't want too many more of those cutscenes and combos to happen. Because those are kind of fun to find out yourself. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go back to town. Anytime you're in town on any loop, as long as you're touching this tile, you can go back to town and you will keep everything. If you do it from a different tile, you lose some stuff. So it's totally not worth it doing it from a different tile unless you need to save your life, basically. So we're going to go, and we're not going to lose anything. We'll retreat right now. That gives us all our materials from that run over here, which isn't going to help me much because my jacked up town. But it does basically help out every run. You still make some progress, and that's always nice because not making any progress in roguelites is kind of a frustration point sometimes. So with that, I'd like to thank you all for watching, and if you enjoyed this and haven't already, subscribe for more like it. And I hope you have a great day, but also this game's really fun and you should definitely try it.